Welcome back, and it's happening again. Internet Computer ICP is being challenged in the AI realm with other projects like Cardano and the Near protocols stating they have superior AI and they will be the premier AI cryptos in the world. Well, in today's video, we're going to be exploring whether this is accurate, whether this is true, and whether it's possible. Because right now, Internet Computer may not be the number one ecosystem in terms of AI, but it should be, at least where we are today in terms of technology, as I've covered extensively on this channel. If you guys are not aware, don't forget to give this video a free thumbs up and also hit that subscribe button. We have a plentiful amount of videos and information here on Internet Computer, on the Near protocol, on Render, on Cardano. And we're going to be talking about all of these protocols today. To understand, is Internet Computer the number one crypto in terms of AI in the world? Or is it Near, Cardano, or another project? Let's get into it. So this conversation all started when I started to see this conversation about Cardano and Cardano's AI capabilities at the beginning of May in 2025. This was one of the posts from Charles. It says, as part of the Laos research agenda, we are going to build a testnet running the protocol at the fastest possible speeds. We'll populate it with 1,000 of AI agents to trade amongst each other. Well. Now, here's the deal. We have had a lot of claims by other projects, not just Cardano, Ethereum, Solana, etc., basically saying they're the best protocol in the world, they can do everything, they're the fastest, they're the strongest, they're the most AI capable. But the only project that has actually proven that they can actually run AI on chain, and not just proving it by saying it, but proving it by doing it, is the Internet Computer Protocol. And ICP, their project, last year achieved a first by hosting a fully on-chain AI model. An AI company deployed OpenAI's ChatGPT-2 on the ICP blockchain back in 2024, aimed to test new ways to train, maintain, and deploy AI models. And again, they're utilizing another project's AI, but it was hosted fully on chain, which is what Internet Computer is going for. They're not just the compute platform with nodes around the world, but they are also becoming the compute platform for AI and AI agents. Because remember, AI needs a computer and probably a lot of computers and servers to process all the information and come back with responses. And so, Internet Computer is building all of this. Other projects are trying to build user interfaces that implement AI technologies, but the back end is using those other technologies. It's not using the blockchain or the ledger or on-chain data. And a lot of the reason a lot of these other blockchains are doing that, right, by creating these AI interfaces that are just really what you're seeing on your screen, but it's not actually using the blockchain, is because they don't have the transaction throughput. As you can see here, Internet Computer's transaction throughput when I'm recording the video is about 13,000 transactions per second. So it has a very high process and compute time. But Cardano claiming that they're going to be able to, deploy thousands of AI agents on the chain when Cardano can only process effectively, according to their own dashboard data, about 1 transaction per second. Even if it's 10 transactions per second, this is nowhere near the throughput and bandwidth that you would need to process AI. So we're going to get back to the Cardano stuff in just a minute, because, by the way, Cardano and Internet Computer do have history, right? I mean, just a few years ago, Dfinity announced that canister smart contracts can hold up to 400 gigabytes in stable memory. This means that a single canister that's one smart contract on the Internet Computer can store 17.4 million Ethereum smart contracts, or the entire state of the Cardano blockchain twice. And so Charles responded to that and saying, thanks for storing Cardano. You can always use that canister to rebuild Internet Computer if you ever need to. Basically saying Cardano can fix Internet Computer. But Internet Computer didn't need fixing back in 2024. And I don't think that it needs fixing today. Does internet computer need to evolve and grow and continue to build? Obviously, but I don't think that it's needs to rebuild or will need to rebuild. Keep in mind, just a few months after Charles wrote this, Dominic, the founder of Dfinity, which is the main developer behind Internet Computer, he ran the first AI on the blockchain in the world, right? And it was the first implementation of artificial intelligence utilizing this decentralized compute network and coming back with solutions. And it's already worked. It's already been demonstrated. We've showed it on this channel many, many times. Now, again, we're going to come back to the Cardano stuff in just a minute, but let's kind of focus a little bit elsewhere and see what else is going on in the AI realm and see how Internet Computer is continuing to be challenged. And not just in bad ways, but also in good ways, right? In terms of collaboration, not just competition. You need a little bit of both. But Near AI and Coinbase have now joined forces to make AI free and accessible for billions. So Near AI and Coinbase On-Ramp and Agent Kit launched the Open Agent Alliance, or OAA. This initiative is combining infrastructure to provide free AI services to over 5.5 billion web users globally. This was Near's announcement. Near AI said introducing Open Agents Alliance, a shared commitment to make the future of AI agents and assistants open, user-owned, and globally available to all while fairly rewarding contributors. The member teams will work together on a single user-owned tech stack, including hardware, confidential compute, inference, agent frameworks, on-ramps, payment rails, specialized agents, agent tokenization, and most importantly, distribution to users. And here are all the projects that are involved in this. But one of the projects that should be involved and isn't is Internet Computer. The Open Agent Alliance is a shared commitment to make the future of AI agents and assistants open, user-owned, and globally available to all while fairly rewarding builders. We believe users should own their own data, they say. We believe that AI is a public good. We believe that agents should be economic actors offering more than just information. We believe that privacy is a right to be protected. We believe that open source contributors should be rewarded. And we believe that working together beats working alone every time. I don't know that anybody would disagree with these things, and if you do, why? Yeah, I think this is a good core belief system. But again, Internet Computer is not here. Cardano isn't here. ASI, Artificial Superintelligence, the project that everybody thought was going to change the world for AI, and it didn't. None of these guys are involved. And so I don't know why. We have some of the smaller players like Akash Network is involved, Hyperbolic is involved, Frax Finance is involved, but Internet Computer is not. And why is that? Is this competition or this is really about collaboration? Because if it is about collaboration, well, why is Internet Computer not involved, right? They have one of the largest AI and compute networks in the world, the most decentralized, the most tested, the fastest. And again, this is not what I'm saying. I'm showing you the data on the screen, right? What does BitTensor do? What AI technologies and capabilities and products have been released over the last 12 months? None that I know of. Near Protocol, same thing, right? And again, Near maybe not be going for that. I know Near is looking at the technical and the kind of the hardware infrastructure, similar Render, right? Which is it's more of like a graphics compute type platform versus an AI compute type platform. But these all can kind of do the same thing. It's kind of like a Bitcoin mining company can also run AI, right? They have the same infrastructure, generally speaking, in terms of power, warehouses, bandwidth to be able to process all of this stuff. And so a Bitcoin mining company, they can also become an AI compute or a high power compute company as well, or in addition to. So this is important to understand because while some are trying to achieve specifics in the AI world or in the high performance computing or graphics space, Internet Computer is really focused, at least based on my research, on creating this kind of decentralized network, a world computer, an Amazon Web Service, a Google Cloud that's more decentralized and a little bit more open source than those private companies. And within the AI world, be able to process and store all the compute for all of these AI agents around the world. And this is very different technology than what Near has, what Ethereum has, or what Cardano has. And so understanding a little bit more about why Near is not why Internet Computer is not part of the Near AI Open Agent Alliance is kind of perplexing to me. Like I don't know why they wouldn't be a part of it, and why Near and or Coinbase wouldn't want Internet Computer's capabilities to be integrated at some level to this either. Now maybe it's that Internet Computer and Dfinity want Internet Computer to be a fully corporate type of blockchain that is run by money and not giving away AI stuff for free. But that is going to create a lot of more competition for Internet Computer, because if you could utilize technology for free versus paying, what would you do? Right? Most people are going to choose the free version. And so that is going to create competition. But again, it doesn't sound like Open Agent Alliance is looking to create an ecosystem where there's no money being made. I mean, it specifically says open source contributors should be rewarded. And so that's builders on the chain and also the nodes, I would imagine. But this brings us back to Cardano, right? Tap Tools wrote, Cardano is positioning to become the chain for AI agents, thousands of autonomous bots, millions of microtransactions, all secured by Laos, all happening on chain. The AI internet is coming, and it's coming to Cardano. Now, if you guys have been watching my videos, you know what I've been saying. Cardano is chasing narratives, and that is a problem for Cardano. Because here's the deal, like Cardano probably could implement some type of AI technology, right? But when they're trying to implement AI technology, and they're also trying to become the best DeFi for Bitcoin, and they're also trying to create the new bridge which doesn't use a bridge, and it's totally secure and can go to any other ecosystem, and they're also trying to not implement USDC or Tether. Like there's so many things that are missing, and instead of trying to fix the foundation, they're trying to just chase the narratives. And I've been saying this for the last couple of months on the channel, that Cardano's chasing narratives. Anytime we see a new narrative pop up, meme coins, AI, the government chain, US coins. I mean, I remember over the last 6 months, Cardano's an American-made coin, so they're definitely going to put in the strategic reserve. It's like, wait, the ICO happened in Japan. IO Global used to be IO Hong Kong. How is that American-made? Yeah, it's not. And then that kind of fizzled away. And I've been waiting because I knew it was going to happen, where Cardano was going to be like, we're going to be the AI chain. They didn't even partner with Internet Computer. They didn't even do it. If Cardano, and by the way, I do think that the Dfinity team and the IO Global teams are friendly. I mean, Internet Computer or Dfinity was at a Cardano conference. So like they had a booth there. So I don't think that they're like competition, the way that Vitalik and Charles, right, hate each other's guts. At least that's what it seems. I don't think that's the same thing with Internet Computer and Cardano. So why would Cardano not try to partner with Internet Computer to implement something? Like, why would they not try to do that instead of just saying that they're going to become the #1 AI agent, and they're going to have thousands of AI agents trading amongst each other? It's like, wait, how is this beneficial to the user, and how is this beneficial to the network? Like, AI agents trading each other does nothing for technology. This does nothing for the future of the blockchain, right? How is trading? I thought Cardano was focused on the technology and wasn't focused on the prices of the market. Again, so my biggest critique of all this other stuff and all the AI narratives is these projects don't have what Internet Computer has in terms of the technology, in terms of the AI models running, in terms of the AI agents. I just did a video the other day where you can literally have an AI agent that runs on Internet Computer. You can build a web page utilizing these AI agents. Home of the sovereign AI agent. You can deploy AI with just a few lines of code. No other ecosystem has this. And so for all of these other AI projects, to me, it makes me wonder, or projects that want to jump on the AI narrative, it makes me wonder if they're really focused on the technology, or they're just focused on this final stage of the bull market. Because if I was running a company and I wanted to implement AI technologies, I would go to the best provider out there. And in the decentralized world of blockchain, it's internet computer. That's it. And by the way, even if you disagree that internet computer is the best AI blockchain, why would it not be part of the Open Agent Alliance with Near and Coinbase and all of these other smaller networks when is the only blockchain that has the power to compute? It has the throughput to do this. Really, I mean, if you look at all the blockchains in existence, at least in the top 50, Solana and Internet Computer are the only two that have this high of transaction throughput. I mean, like I said, Ethereum's transaction throughput is about maybe 10 to 20 transactions per second. Cardano's, even on the high end, is 10 transactions per second, but it's usually around 1 or 2. And I know people are going to say, but Cryptoviser, EUTXO, it doesn't matter. Can it compute, right? A ledger blockchain is different than a compute platform. That is what Internet Computer is. And so what does Near have produced besides a collaboration? Nothing that I have been able to see yet. And so this is where, when we're investing and looking at these ecosystems, we have to really understand like where these ecosystems are. You know, while Charles was arguing about, you know, using a smart contract to rebuild Internet Computer, he missed the point that Internet Computer was now a year and a half ahead of Cardano in terms of just being able to talk about AI, because Cardano, Internet Computer, was talking about AI back in 2024 before any other blockchain. They were the first to implement it on chain. They're the first to have it with live demos that you can use today. So Internet Computer is way ahead. And the fact that all of these competitors are talking about, oh, we're gonna join a collaboration and we're not gonna include Internet Computer that has the technology today. We're gonna make this free. But Near and Coinbase don't even have AI today. And definitely not decentralized AI today. Cardano doesn't have AI today, doesn't even have the capacity from a transaction bandwidth and throughput to be able to do half of the stuff. Like, you may be able to have a user interface that connects into Internet Computer, but that connects into Cardano. But Cardano would not be doing the compute. It doesn't have the bandwidth for it. It doesn't have the servers I mean, a Cardano node is very different than what an Internet Computer node looks like or operates like. So, I mean, I don't necessarily see this as a challenge, even though, you know, in the title in the beginning of the video, we talked about that Internet Computer is being challenged, but it is being challenged. And we're going to see if the fundamentals actually matter, because if fundamentals actually matter, Internet Computer should be in the top 20 cryptos easily. It should be way ahead of BitTensor, way ahead of Near Protocol, and potentially even ahead of Cardano, because, you know, Cardano, Tron, Stellar, Toncoin, these are all previous cycle coins. These are legacy coins that don't even have, and probably will never have, the capabilities that Internet Computer has, or that Render has, or even that Near has. But when you're talking about those three, obviously Internet Computer is the number one. Now, listen, a lot of people on my channel say, Cryptoviser, you're probably 100% in Internet Computer. You're such a big maxi. I'm really not. Like, I'm really not that deep in Internet Computer. Back in 2023, I was. I mean, we saw the Internet Computer price go to a low of $2.93. And I told my viewers at that point, I said, guys, I am selling. I can't even pull up the price here because it just goes crazy. But in 2023, the price went down to $2.93 or something like that in September. Yeah, right here, $2.93, middle of September. And it went from $2.93 all the way up to $20. So basically it did an 8x and then came back down. And again, it did that 8x at the beginning when it was the only blockchain releasing AI capabilities. And that was during kind of the open AI and the intro to a lot of these public or companies that will probably become public in the next few years. That's when it happened. Is there going to be another AI like cycle, I think so. I mean, you can kind of see with internet computer price, we've been going up and down, up and down, up and down, and now we're back to these multi-year lows. And so typically when you hit multi-year lows and you stabilize, what happens after that? Start to move back up. So we'll see kind of where this all lies, where this all is going to kind of come to a head. But at the end of the day, internet computer does have to be aware of competition, because there could be one day there where one project makes an announcement that they have even better technology than internet computer is even trying to achieve at this point. And whether it's going to be Cardano, Near, or some other protocol, I don't know. But for now, internet computer remains number one. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Don't forget to give this video a free thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. That way you never miss a new video. Also check out my other internet computer videos on this channel, and I'll see you when I see you. Crypto on.